Hi, I have received so many messages from all of you regarding relationships between, couples and parents and children. And so today I thought I'll make this video regarding a very interesting book that I read called Love Languages. It's something that I have practiced. It's something that's worked for me over the years, and I thought I'll just share it with you. We get so busy in our day-to-day routines and schedules that often we take our loved ones for granted. We do not regularly express our love towards our loved ones, and love is such a primary human need. Everybody requires love. As children, we have something called an emotional tank which needs to be filled with love. So our parents give us so much love and affection, and that's how we grow up to be, sorted, centered adults. And very often, children whose love tank is not full are very misbehaved. And this is not only relevant to children, it is also relevant to adults. Adults misbehave in a different way, children misbehave in a different way. And everything just boils down to how empty or how full their love tank is. So I was reading this very interesting book which is called 5 Love Languages. It's by Chapman. It's a must read. And he talks about 5 love languages that all humans have, all of us have, and all of us need. But most of us have that primary 1 or 2 that's important to us. Like everybody expresses love differently, and everybody understands love differently. So sometimes it's so confusing, like a husband might land up expressing his love to his wife, but the wife doesn't understand. She wants something else. And that's what creates so much confusion. And love is really actually quite confusing. I mean, like on one side we say, like, for example, I love hot dogs. I love my mother, I love my car. Like you're using the same word love for, a variety of things, and their intensity is all very different. So the idea of this video is not to remove the confusion surrounding love, but just to kind of have an idea as to how to appropriately express love to the people that you love. So according to Gary Chapman, there are 5, as I mentioned earlier, there are 5 languages of love. And the first language of love is words of affirmation. Encouraging words, kind words, humble words. Words of affirmation are way more positive motivators than nagging. So, for example, you could praise your children, or you could praise your wife, or you could praise your husband in front of your friends. You could find their strengths, and you could praise their strengths and their qualities in front of people. Or you could keep mentioning it to them about how happy you are to have them in your lives. Words. God is in the words. Words are so important as motivators, and they show the love that you have for them. The second one that he talks about is quality time. A lot of people understand love through quality time. You spend time with people you love. Focused attention. Not like you're fidgeting with your phone and you're, simultaneously listening to your child talk. I don't mean that. I mean focused attention. Sit and play with your children. Spend time with your wife. Spend time with your husband. Talk about his day in a very relaxed mode. If you have some issues that you need to discuss, you delegate time away from your work schedule for this purpose. So it gives your spouse or it gives your child that importance that yes, despite the fact that you're so busy, you're finding that time to spend with them. So that's the second one. The third one is receiving gifts. A lot of people see love in receiving gifts. You could buy small gifts, you could buy expensive gifts, you could buy roses, you could, take them out to lunch, you can take them for a picnic, just gifts. You can probably keep an eye out for what they like and probably surprise them by buying that for them. Then you have acts of service. So that's another very important love language that a lot of people understand. You can contribute, like for example, if your wife is really busy and you can probably contribute to the house, or you can just arrange for it to be done, pay money to a third party and just arrange for it to be done, just kind of help out in that way. And the last love language that he talks about is physical touch. Physical touch, physical touch can actually make or break a relationship. And it's such an important, probably because my love language is physical touch, it's such an important love language. Most of the times in times of crisis, what do? We go and hug a person. And it's such a powerful tool to express love, to express support, to express solidarity. According to some internet thing that I was reading, apparently you require 11 hugs a day to keep you emotionally healthy. So these are, and essentially he talks about all these, of course, in great detail in the book. He also, at the end of the book, there's this kind of test that he has. So you can actually find out what your love language is. Because initially when I was reading, I was like, this is also my love language. This is also my love language. Like I couldn't understand which was my primary love language. But when you actually do the test, there are so many questions that are that you have to answer, that you kind of understand what so like in my case, my primary love language is physical touch and quality time. So once I understand what my love language is, it is easier for me to have a relationship with people I love. And people I love, I've just made it easier for people I love to have an equation with me. They know that if we have to like give her lots of hugs and we have to spend time with her, and it just improves your overall relationship once you know each other's love languages. I hope I have helped all of you who sent me messages. I hope I have helped you in some way. Get this book. I think it's available on Amazon. I had got this book really ages ago, but it's a fabulous read. You can also get this test on Google. I checked and it's also available on Google, the test. So even if you don't want to buy the book, you can always do the test on Google and see for yourself what your love language is, and take it from there. Thank you for watching. As usual, keep sending me messages and I'll try my best to help you as much as I can.